I just started recording again? I have.
Just when I itched my nose. Nice. That's cute.
I'm gonna keep
This
that
one right here.
with my soothing voice.
Let me calm you
Let
down.
me calm you down.
And we're gonna breathe in for and out. Hold for 8. Yeah, no, not gonna work.
Oh,
but
fuck.
I'm not even recording. I hate myself.
Fingers down my side. Girl, you look mighty fine.
Hello and welcome back to the SisTea Podcast. I am your host Tilly.
And I'm your host, Harriet.
And today we've got a couple topics that we've been wanting to discuss.
I think it's quite an eclectic episode, would you not agree?
I agree.
We've kind of like...
Big word.
yeah,
Big word.
Big word, guys. We've kind of over the past couple of weeks, like there's been things that we've kind of left out and we thought, just put it into
We'll just
eclectic.
merge it.
Should
Put
we-
it in a pot.
We're
Make
gonna
a stew.
make it short and sweet this
Condensed.
week again.
Short and sweet. Like, I swear that's what we say
We
every
say
single
every week, and then
And
last
then it
week was
turns
an
out to be
hour.
like an hour. And y'all are like,
I got this in two sections, guys.
yeah, so like that's cool. But anyway,
Man, look at my broad swimmer's shoulders.
beefy.
Beefy. I'm beefy.
Oh yeah, do you play rugby? Yeah. Ooh.
Don't play it.
I don't play it, but anyway, today I kind of wanted to touch on like anxiety with going back to normal life, quote unquote, whether we actually will, if Boris keeps his promises.
We will. You're such a negative
Please do.
Nancy. Glass half full.
Okay. And then we're also going to talk about being aired and dropping your ego.
Drop your ego.
I know we're very big-headed and that comes like...
But no, when it comes to relationships and like maybe not getting someone that you want, I feel like it's guys, girls, guys, whatever, it's time to drop your ego.
Just relax, they're not replying for
I've
a
got a good
reason.
quote from my boy Dave.
Dave!
So yeah, right, introduction done.
Oh wait, and then one more thing.
Oh.
Stay till the end because we have the funniest story. Oh my
I'm enjoying
god.
it. So
Honestly.
in response to our previous video about dating mishaps and so forth, I've had one of our watchers, is it watchers? Like listeners from YouTube,
watchers, whatever.
who's come back with a
Banging story.
regarding
Absolutely banging story.
unsolicited dick.
We
pics.
love them, jokes we don't
We
send
don't
them,
like
please.
them. She's done some cartoons on them. Oh my god, it's
Oh,
just
it's
I've
so
been
funny.
howling this
So
morning.
I
was sat there
literally-
with my coffee like
I came out at like 11.
I was like, get in now.
Like, get it now!
You
This
need-
email, you gotta read it! Right, so we got that, and that's definitely something to look forward. So, boil the kettle, grab some biscuits, and let's get down to the tea!
Right.
So, first section, I kind of wanted to touch on anxiety around kind of going back into normal life. Like, granted, it's gonna be so fun, like, I cannot wait for my, like, hot girl summer. But I think that because we're so used to staying at home, sometimes it's a bit like, oh my god, like, as much as like before, I was so used to going into uni every day. And I recently went back and I was getting so nervous. I was sitting on the tram, I was like, oh my god, just because I don't know these people yet. And it's so weird to go back into like normal routines. And
You kind of second guess yourself, don't you?
yeah, I'm like, oh my god, like, I think of all the horrible things that could happen. But then I'm like, Tilly, like, stop being an idiot. Like,
I feel exactly the same. Like, even when like I'm here and like mum comes to hug me, I'm like for a second, like I forget that like it's okay. Like obviously she's in my bubble and so forth. But I think a lot of the time we are gonna struggle going back into close knit environments.
oh,
and
100%.
yeah, I think a lot of us are gonna maybe take a while and maybe that little bit longer to kind of
To readjust to
readjust
what normal life is. Because
to
honestly,
what normal
like,
life was or what everything was. Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, it's like anyone try and hug me, and I'm like, wait, hold, like,
I don't like being touched anyway.
yeah,
I'm
to be fair, if I don't know you that well,
I hate
it is a
saying
bit
goodbye. I'm
awkward.
so awkward when it comes to like goodbyes.
I
You know,
hate
when you're
saying
out
goodbye.
and then I'm like, I have to go hug everyone, and I'm like, that's why I always backdoor it. And
Any
I
sort of
leave
goodbye
without
I do
saying
not
goodbye.
like. No, I'm like slipping.
bye.
I'm like slipping out in the middle of the night, like in darkness, because I hate saying goodbye. It's like on the phone, like. I swear we've inherited this from mum as well.
Oh
Bye.
my god.
Bye bye. Like, someone just end the call.
No.
Why do those byes start, like, last 2 minutes?
It's that British thing. It's like when you've outstayed your welcome and you slap your knee, you go, right,
Right.
you go,
But you know what? Mum never
So
gets
British.
the cue of that. I'm like, we should really get on. And she's
I'm like,
and she's like,
Mum,
so
can
how
we
are
go
the
now?
kids? Honestly, to anyone.
It's like when your mate's like mum's at the door and she's picking her up and you're like, or you're at the door and you're like waiting to go home and you're like, can I have the keys to go in the car?
Legit, and then I'll still be in the car for about 20 minutes saying, just like,
Lisa, just
I'll
put the
only
music
be
on,
quick.
put your CD on.
Honestly,
Fine.
absolute lies. But yeah, in terms of like getting anxious about these things, like it's okay, and it's also okay not to feel like, if you're an introvert, which even Harriet
I'm
said
quite an introvert.
After
I always
this
have to
book-
be doing something, and I like to always like be kept busy. But sometimes I think I need my own space, especially
Yeah.
like in the morning. I need to have like a minute to like
a hot minute to just,
defrost.
you know.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
'Cause she's
sometimes
an icy bitch in the morning, you
I'm, like,
know.
I'm just going off for coffee. Like I'll see you in like 30 minutes. Kind
Yeah,
of thing.
I'm the same. Like my eye, like mum will be like, morning, and I'm like, relax. Like, can we just
Morning.
Like, I'm like, what? Yeah, no. I
Listen,
don't-
first
to
of
be
all,
fair,
I've
it's
got to adjust
afternoon.
my crop top because my boob's out because
Once
of the way I've
it's
been
out,
sleeping. Once it's in the
like-
kitchen.
My butt cheek, like for some reason, do you wake up as well? Do you wear pajama shorts? Because I do, and like
I
for
just wear
some
joggers.
reason, literally, it's gone for like halfway up my ass, and I'm like, how have you ended up there?
Why are you there?
How? And then I walk out, and I'm like, Seb comes through, and I'm like, my ass is fully out. I need to really adjust these things, but like I'm half awake, so yeah, half the time I
Yeah.
don't even notice. But those pajamas shorts turn into a thong by the morning. But exactly, like some of us are introverts, some of us are extroverts. Like our social batteries
Runs out.
like I love to be like on it for
and
like
then,
a
but when
certain
it
amount of
hits
time.
that point, I'm like, oh
And
my
then I'm
god,
like,
I need this.
oh my god, leave
I
me
need
alone.
nothing more than my bed right now.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
I live for half my friends are always just like, I need to go and get like food and go into bed, and I'm just thinking, get me to bed.
Just get me
I'm
to
like
bed.
inside, I'm like, oh, you sure you want to go? And they're
sure?
like, no, I'm really hungry, and I'm just thinking, fuck yes, let's go.
Yeah. No, but like it's okay to say no to things. Like just because we have been locked up, you need to put yourself first. And you know, I feel like everyone's going to be quite anxious when it comes to going back out, and that's okay.
How do you deal with anxiety, and what maybe tips do you think you could give our listeners to maybe deal with anxiety related to
Just everything. I am a very anxious person, and I always have been. Mum always said from like a child. So, but I definitely feel like doing yoga has helped me. God, I sound like such a zen human. I'm so well. But if you do genuinely suffer from anxiety, I would see like a therapist and go to therapy because it's great. But also breathing techniques and kind of sitting in the anxiety and just accepting that it's there because it will go. It's not going to last forever. Like a panic attack, if you're having one, you just need to breathe and kind of separate yourself from your emotions because you are not your thoughts.
It takes a lot of training. It's not going to happen overnight.
Oh no, 100%.
But especially if you are kind of in a public place, you maybe on public transport or you're out somewhere, I think the best thing to do is, if you can't be in that situation, take yourself away from the situation. There's no issue with that at the end of the day. Even if you need to be with someone, I always make sure that maybe you're on a night out with people that obviously you trust and obviously maybe understand you. I know that my circle of friends 100% understand me. So if I did get myself into a bit,
honestly, somehow,
you know, I don't think anyone actually understands me.
no one understands me.
But obviously, like you said, like breathing techniques and things like that are very useful for when you are in a situation maybe where you're in a bit more crowded area you can't so easily kind of get out of. Also remembering, obviously, once we are allowed out and stuff, it is safe. We are safe, obviously.
It's just very hard in that moment, and we understand that, but it's like, notice how, like, if your heart rate's going, notice that, and just again, breathing can really, really help it, like, slow down. And if you just work to do that, and also listen to a podcast, that always helps me, or like music that I really like.
To listen to.
I know what podcasts to listen to. This one right here.
With my soothing voice.
Let me calm you
Let
down.
me calm you down.
And we're gonna breathe in for hold for 8. Yeah, no, not gonna work. But and just doing the work kind of outside, and also what helps me sometimes is writing down like what like my thoughts are, like why I'm anxious, and then when you actually read them and you're like, that's stupid. Like, well, it's not stupid, but it's
how you
like,
felt at the time. But now you can
can
look
disprove
back on
those
it
thoughts,
and you can think, were these rational?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Never discarding anyone's thoughts, because obviously we've had thoughts that obviously don't make any sense. Like in the past, like saying about like, oh my god, I breathed in someone else's air. There's got to be calories. Add 100
Yeah, exactly.
100 calories to my fitness pal. That's not rational thinking. But now we look back, we can understand that obviously it wasn't rational, obviously, what we was thinking and things like that. So I think, yeah, like you said, writing it down and how you're feeling in that moment, what triggered it, maybe that's something that you can reflect on. And maybe
like,
sit down even with someone else that you trust and think, is this a rational thought?
Yeah, and that's going to be the great thing about, again, going out. And it's not just necessarily about going out drinking or whatever. Like going to a cafe, like meeting with your friends. Like, again, I've said so many times that the girls that I met, like, and my best friend as well, like Lauren, and like the girls that I met through foundation, and like loads of other girls from like Dubai and everyone. Sorry, I'm not going to mention everyone in here. But like talking to them and just like being like, oh yeah, like I felt like that, and like just having those that gossip. Like, I'm so lucky that I got you, like that we just talk
Always
about
up for a good
so
gossip.
much shit, for goodness,
So
honestly.
it's not even gossip half the time, but it's just like, guess what I've done today?
Guess what I've done, guess who I'm talking to, guess what this person has done, and we'll absolutely slate them.
Yeah.
So
Look
yeah.
at that person's story. Actually, no, we never really do that, to be fair.
But yeah, that's kind of the end of that section. I
Just
hope
remember,
that
good
that's kind
times
of-
are coming. We
Good
should
times
be so
are coming.
excited.
Guys, turn
my
that
birthday's
anxiety,
booked.
turn that anxiety into excitement.
Or just
turn it into
neck of
excitement.
tequila.
Nick tequila, you're good.
Or
You're
Patron.
Gucci. Honey Patron. 100%
Honey Patron.
recommend.
Oh my god, I
100%
prefer it
recommend.
I prefer it over cafe. Cafe Patron?
What? Coffee and Patron.
Cafe Patron. Is it called Cafe Patron? I don't want to look stupid.
Honestly, you already do. So,
But yeah.
yeah.
Any like questions, or like anyone wants to kind of speak about this a bit more depth, or you want us to, drop us a DM. If you want us to cover it again in more detail or a different angle, or if you just want to talk, then
Or if you want to share some of your kind of
share your tips.
experiences and tips and what you do.
I
to
didn't
kind of
finish
help yourself.
psychology in uni, so
Yeah,
I'm
obviously
not.
we're not therapists or anything. Like,
Yeah.
this is genuinely a form of therapy for me.
If you are
so-
feeling low, contact your GP. There's no shame in it. I did it
Oh my
at the
God,
beginning of
100%.
January. I have
Yeah.
regular talks with the doctor, or I was when I wasn't feeling so good, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah,
So
feeling low, feeling anxious, feeling any type of way, like the best thing that you can do, being a man or woman, like a lot of men don't like to talk about it, and it's a big thing, you know. And
But I think, drop the you're not a man if you talk about you are.
oh my god, you're more of a man if
Do
you
you know what I
can
mean?
open up about your
That's
feelings.
my man.
I'm like, that's my man.
my
That's so hot.
man.
He's telling me about his feelings. Love it. All right, so in this section,
Drop your ego.
relax. She's in full force with
I'm
it.
I'm too ahead. Sorry, I want to get to that part. But
Okay,
baby
basically,
steps.
you have to explain what kind of happened the other day and why it's
Oh.
provoked this topic.
So I'm noticing it a bit more because you've kind of said it as well. So basically, it's gonna big gulp on. We're gonna hear that on the anchor. Sexa later. So I'm finding that people. So I got a nasty message the other day off a guy, basically calling me rude because I hadn't
I'm
opened
so
or responded to his
surprised.
message.
Men are usually just so kind to us, aren't they?
I don't want to feel pressure to have to answer every single message, especially in times like this. I find like
Especially
I
with like
don't
social
always want to
media.
be on my phone,
yeah.
and like I don't always want to be in a conversation, or especially if you're just like
I can't go on my phone all the time. It gives
replying
me
to a story or
anxiety,
something
man.
like that. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, just because I hadn't responded, bear in mind I don't know this boy. I've never met him.
Like, I don't know you.
Yeah, it's another. I like it was. I don't even know why. I've actually removed him as a follower because Anyway, that's beside the point. Is that I was called rude and he sent me a load of abuse. Now, obviously, it's not the first time something like this has happened.
Oh my god, 100%.
And it's just like online hate. Like, I've had far worse messages, and I've seen a lot of my friends have as well, whether it's a guy or girl. So I've seen, obviously, guys abuse girls just because maybe they haven't responded. But I've also seen girls being put down by other girls, especially like friends of mine.
And
And it hurts to see. It's disgusting.
Why are we putting ourselves down like that?
Keyboard warriors. It's yeah,
honestly, they're
it's,
just,
you know,
the worst kind of people. I'm like, you're actually such pussies. Like, the fact
it's not
that
even about that,
you-
it's just vile. Why would you go out your way to say something mean? Now, in the same breath, what I am going to say is that as I received that message, within the hour, I also received the most beautiful, kind, just lovely message from someone I hadn't spoken to in a couple of years, and basically just said, I just had to message you just because, I don't want to say the wrong thing, just because I think I'm big-headed. But
honestly,
she's
everyone
like, you
already
look
does
amazing
anyways.
right now, blah, 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 love the podcast, like, you're doing so well, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, if I had received just the message I had before, that I'm not going to let it ruin my day. I never would. I'd never let
Yeah.
someone like that get into my head or like into my emotions or just fuck
But
off.
it's easy to, even if you do,
Yeah.
like, we all
Some
do
people
sometimes.
some people might not. Some people might have had a really fucking bad week
Mm.
and that would have just thrown off the edge. But obviously receiving that message within a very close time scale reinforced to me that there's so many people that go out their way to be nice to you.
Mm.
Yeah, there's
And
so
a compliment goes like
a long way.
Like, I remember I was in this cafe once with like mum, and I just, like, this girl, like, I thought she just looked really beautiful. Like, I was like, oh my god, your eyes
I
are just so
always do it.
gorgeous.
If I feel like someone looks lovely, like I was in
Even
Pret
if they
yesterday, and I like this girl's jeans, of course I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah, no, I think
Do
a
you know what I
compliment goes a big way, and like, what harm is it doing to you at the end of the day? And I also think,
when you're gonna say negative comment, what harm are they doing to you? Have they done anything that bad that you have to go out your way?
like, I just honestly, I think, again, and I've always said that it's like something in them, like a point of like self-consciousness for them to go out of their way to say something horrible about you, because they
just
probably
don't get what
that's
goes through
probably
your
one of their
head.
own, like, one of their thoughts that they hate about themselves, that
Yeah.
they're going to be like, oh,
It's
you know,
jealousy, isn't it?
and it's probably because maybe like he was like, maybe I'm not good enough for you or whatever, or something like that.
It's
But
just
there's
not the
something like
case.
wrong with you. Like, you clearly have like ego problems.
This is what I was going to get onto, is that I think a lot of people as well, taking rejection, a lot of people don't take it very well. And what
Granted, we
I
don't
wanna-
like it. I hate
no,
being
and
rejected.
it is shit. Like,
Honestly.
you know, especially maybe when you've broken up with someone and you think like, or like you're seeing someone and they suddenly don't want to see you and they think, oh, why wouldn't you want me?
I'm
Like,
amazing.
why? What is it
wouldn't you
about
want
me? Drop your ego for 1 minute and let it lie. It's a good thing that this has happened. It's a good thing that there's obviously a reason. Obviously, you aren't speaking anymore, and they're obviously not the right person for you. But instead of chasing it and stop
Just let it go.
thinking, well, why don't they want me? Like, how could you not want me? Maybe think for a minute. There's a reason, obviously, they don't want me. It could be a lot deeper than what you know.
It's probably nothing to do with you. I'm
sometimes
not gonna lie.
don't-
like,
yeah, I'm not gonna
probably
lie to you
nothing
guys.
to do with you,
guys
like-
and girls. It's probably absolutely nothing to do with you. Maybe they're not in the headspace. Maybe maybe unfortunately you're missing a characteristic that
they need, or maybe
that
your
they
love
need, or
languages
it could
aren't
even
the
be
same.
a very negative characteristic, such as that person's a bit too strong-minded for me, or I need someone that's gonna like not bow down to me, but like, I'm busy, I've got a
Simp
good
over
job.
me.
I want someone that's just gonna.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly. Some people like to dominate.
Do you know what I
in
mean?
relationships.
Or it might be the fact that you're, I don't know, like
But
lacking
anyway,
their
lacking
sense
something
of
that they
humour.
need,
Sometimes,
yeah.
like, I've got, you know, different friends and things like that. Sometimes some friends I have more the humour side with. Sometimes I have more the emotional side with. Do you know what I mean? You go to those friends, different people. I feel like when
Not
you're
just
finding.
everything for you.
I feel like when you're finding someone that you want to be with in a romantic sense, you've kind of got to be the whole package for them. If that makes
Exactly,
sense. And you've got to
because-
connect on that
deeper
level.
level, but also on a light
Yeah.
level. Do you know what I mean? Especially like so many couples being kind of stuck together in quarantine. You know, if you're gonna get into a relationship with someone, they really got to be banging. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because, and also it teaches you potentially what it teaches them, and it teaches you what you might not want in a partner in the future. And also, I feel like the universe kind of works in weird ways.
Keep talking
You know,
about
if
the
they've-
universe, like
Universe.
we do
Guys,
star
it's all
signs,
the yoga-
astrology.
all the
We look at
yoga.
the moon.
We look at the moon.
The stars to know what is in our future. I also have a mood ring.
I can also.
Like, I'm sorry,
read
we're not
palms.
those people whatsoever. I
No,
don't even.
100%.
I know that I'm a Taurus, and that's all I know.
I know
people
I'm
are
a
like,
Gemini, and I
you-
have no idea what that means.
"Are we compatible?" And I'm
Apparently
like,
I'm two-faced. Is that what a Gemini is? Because it's not true. I'm not two-faced.
I'll admit, I do kind of suit the Taurus characteristics. Like, I am stubborn.
Someone tell me what a Gemini is and what she does, because I don't understand.
I asked my Alexa. I'm like, Alexa, what's on the cards for today then as a Taurus?
She's like, you will meet the love of your life.
No, half the time I'm like,
can you imagine?
All right.
But yeah, and again with the whole like, if you're getting aired or something, like, trust me, like, I get aired on a daily basis. Like,
people
I
just
fully get aired all the time. Like, it's okay. It doesn't mean you're fit. Like, I think I rate myself so much. I'm like, oh my god, that's their loss. I'm amazing. Like, sorry, you don't get to experience the full this. Like,
sometimes the conversation is just getting a bit dry, and you just think like, if I reply now, like, is it just gonna carry? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you just gotta be like, meh, not here for it. Do you know what I mean? Especially if people are giving me, like, as well with dead replies and stuff. Yeah, granted, I am a long replier, but I'm not a dead replier. Like, I just think, and that's not always a problem. Some people just aren't texters. You know, and also again, you were saying about like not being on your phone all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why you didn't want to necessarily reply. Like, being on our devices all the time, like, we've increased it, like, because of, Corona and everything. There's not much else to do. Like, we're not going out or anything.
A lot of message platforms I also don't pay attention to. As bad as that sounds, I just don't. Like, I can sometimes say I've got notifications and I see it's like quite a lot, and I'm like, I just can't deal with it, and I'm just not even going to open any conversation because it's got too much on. I've got too many, and I'm just like, you know what?
Relax.
As well, if someone is close to me or a part of my life, then they'll know my number. They can call me up. Do you know, if it was important.
Like, if it was an emergency.
That sounds arrogant, but by the same token, I don't know, like I said as well, I was going through a bit of a shit time beginning of the year, with obviously COVID hitting again, and I was worried about my business and things like that. That I just didn't I feel like I didn't have the mental capacity to be like, I don't know. It sounds bad.
Yeah.
But I think the main thing that obviously we're trying to say is drop your ego.
We reverse back to the start of
and don't get
chapter.
Butthurt.
Don't get butthurt.
If someone doesn't reply to you, or you're not getting the conversation that you want,
just
take a step back.
Let it be.
Don't put it on them. Don't call them a dickhead unless they're being like really fucking mean or really rude. Then just accept it for what it is. Girls, guys, I know it might hurt, and you may be thinking to yourself as well. You were saying earlier, you get this idea in your head when you're speaking to someone of who they are, and you think that they're perfect for you.
Oh my God,
you want them so bad.
Like, we would do so well together, and I just wish you would.
And I could see us on a date
stop
in this
playing.
place. Yeah.
We could be. What is it? This could be us, but you playing. Like, I've thought that all the time about people, but it's just not meant to be. Like,
Exactly, and I think you fantasize it in your head, and you romanticize it, and you know what it is.
What?
We always talk about this as the girls. You know, when you have your scenarios in bed.
Oh my God, yeah.
You're in my scenarios, You're
what
I'm thinking
I'm
about.
Sat there, like,
I've got my old poly jumpsuit on, and we're in a bar.
I'm dreaming about the
day.
I'm dreaming about everything that you're doing. I'm dreaming about you driving 100%, with like the one hand reverse. Like, so
when a guy does that,
I'm imagining like
for guys who are listening rather than watching, we just did the wheel turn thing
reverse.
That the guys do.
Oh
when
my
they
God.
get the back and they're like,
I'm like, sir, like, you can have my kids right now. Thank you. Please and thank you.
So should we go through the drive-through and get ourselves a cost to make this date last a little bit longer?
Baby. Yeah. But also I'd like to say another thing about like feeling the need to reply and everything. Like, social media is pretty new, right? We're not used to talking and engaging and having the whole world at our fingertips.
Where's my Nokia? Give me that back. We had to like pushing like 3. Do you know what I mean?
That was so much easier, and like,
this is what I was gonna say. Is that I don't know who's with me on the Sis team. I think you'll be up for it, but I can't do it because no, I can do it. We'll take a week. Basically, my friend and I have said, or my best friend and I have said that we're gonna do the challenge of where you get a burner phone for a week, and you literally get a Nokia, and you put all your gems on the back and make it look really cute, and you just literally cleanse. You cleanse. So this is what I want to do. So obviously from when we've recorded to whatever, because obviously I don't know
health, wellness, life advice. Digital cleanse.
Digital
SisTea.
cleanse. Decorate your Nokia with your little like
Little
gems
stickers,
from
little
Claire's.
gems,
I'm gonna get
XL.
mine off Amazon actually because I can't go to Claire's at the moment. But this is pending.
Oh, Claire's, honestly. The accessories
I
there.
used to get magnetic earrings as a kid.
Oh yeah,
and
because
you'd be like,
Mum would
well,
let
let me
us
get my
pierce
ears pierced.
our ears until I was like
then I ended
13
up
or
getting about a
something.
million piercings behind her back.
Yeah, you're a rogue child.
I was a shit.
Yeah, you still are, but
No, I'm probably angel child now.
yeah. So guys, just don't take it personally. Like again, if I'm getting aired,
If this
if this
is getting aired,
is getting aired on the daily,
and don't you worry.
don't you worry, sweetie. They're probably like, Tilly, sit the fuck back down, even though I'm
No,
saying
you
that.
rate yourself. You keep doing that, darling. But like I said, my lyric. Oh my god, have you got it up?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not my lyric. So basically,
It's your lyric, not Dave's.
It's my lyric, not Dave's. I love Dave. Oh, Dave. Since, especially seeing him in Top Boy, I was like,
So hot.
oh
so
my
hot. There's
god.
Something, there's something
Always had
about
a little thing for him, but then seeing him in Top Boy,
I'm definitely on it. I'm gonna end up with someone that's literally like dangerous as
really
fuck,
moldy.
100%.
Oh my god, moldy.
Why am I attracted? This is
Anyway, this is
I'm
just
attracted to the
simping.
wrong
This is
people.
no. Yeah, so Dave's song Professor X, there's a lyric and it says Peng tings still get aired.
It's like Shakespeare.
It's
Absolute Shakespeare.
Modern-day
live by.
Shakespeare. Dave is telling you, even Peng
Put it on a shirt. Put it
You know,
on
I'm
a
gonna get
t-shirt.
that printed and
Get
get
a
a cap.
quote. Get honestly. Get
I'm
it
getting a
everywhere.
cap.
Write it on your mirror. Write it everywhere. Write it on your fucking
Peng
fridge
tings
on a
still get
magnet.
aired. Mhm.
Paintings still get aired. Never forget.
So when you're feeling low and you think like you may be feeling a bit like insecure or whatever, remember what Dave says, because I remember it every day now.
because he's Peng and he probably still actually I don't
He's
think he gets
telling you,
aired
there's
anymore,
a
but I
there's
don't think that's possible for
just
him.
think to yourself, there's other reasons as to why you might not be getting the reply or the attention that you feel like you deserve. Again, I know we know what we deserve, we know our
you
worth,
deserve the world,
and
baby.
you know what, that
You
person,
right there.
you
There's no fucking there. You deserve the
You.
absolute world.
you do, darling.
Alright, so next topic of discussion.
It's different, is it that way?
Yeah, maybe. Sorry everyone, we're just trying to figure out how to use a camera. But
Sorry,
anyway, what we kind of wanted to discuss was, what are you going to wear on a COVID day?
So, right, let's think about it. So, we're going to think of the time periods first. So, from 12th of April for 1 month, beer gardens only.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
girls, get yourself a nice pair of jeans. Cute bodysuit. I'm thinking, so PLT, I feel like at the moment are quite lacking in bodysuits. However, Polly have just brought out this like signature like staples range. Look unreal.
And I gotta be that bitch and say Depop,
Yeah.
go on it for secondhand clothes.
Yeah.
Because obviously sustainability and everything, just got to put that
100%.
out there. And
100%.
also the shit that you can find on there is absolutely great. But I'd also like to talk about like, what are you wearing on like a walking date? Because obviously at the moment, like, it's not April 12th yet.
Oh yeah. Okay. So usually. Say it's usually.
She's
I'm
just
just
going
thinking
on
about- no, I'm
so
just
many.
thinking about
She's
how-
walking up and down the keys, new boy every moment. She's like, got this one at 11 and the next one at 1. So Tilly, can you like? Milo's honestly always going on walks.
That's
So-
a lie. So I'm thinking I was just thinking of what I usually wear for a walk, but glam it up. So leggings. So usually like some nice like gym leggings. I'm either thinking my protein ones or my X scrunch bum. They're always like
Name
a top,
drop,
like
but yeah.
I can fucking cut it out. I can beep over it if I want
Beep
to.
over it.
I beeped out my burp before. I can beep out anything I want.
It's my show.
So if depending on the weather, so if it's like nice and sunny, obviously when you're wearing a coat, if you're wearing a jumper and a coat, it can be a bit too much. So I'd always go for like a nice long sleeve crop,
Yeah.
like models on shit, and then a cropped coat. So I have either like a black cropped one or like a beige cropped one. And then some nice pair of white trainers. I feel like white trainers when they're crisp and they look good. Get yourself a new pair of Air Force.
There we go.
I'm lucky because I can wear kid sizes, so mine are always cheap.
Yeah, 100%. That's the benefit of
Sorted
having
over
a
here.
very,
I
very
just
small
tilt my toes up.
webbed feet.
No,
She doesn't have webbed feet.
I
she
don't have
doesn't.
webbed feet. I don't have
No,
webbed
100%.
toes.
Nothing.
Just saying. Nothing wrong if you do.
No,
I actually
nothing.
knew someone who had
Love
webbed toes.
your feet.
One of my clients actually had webbed toes once, and she was like, "I'm really sorry. Like, I'm gonna take my shoes off."
No, babe.
I was like,
it's
"Go ahead, it's
Go ahead,
fine."
show us.
No, I didn't notice it at one point. And she's like, "Oh, sorry, I don't have any socks on. Like, is that okay?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Just like pre-warning, like I have webbed toes." I was like, she was serious. I was like, "Oh shit, you're serious!" And I was like, doing it.
Honestly,
I was like doing a lash, just looking at her toes, thinking, no way. But I also know someone I used to work with as well. They had webbed toes, so it's not as uncommon as we think. People have some
love your webbed toes.
Love
We
your
them.
webbed toes.
We're here to support you, sis team. If you have webbed toes, baby, show us them.
Show us, send me pictures of your
We
webbed
love
toes. I'm
toes,
into
all
it.
shapes and sizes, but we don't have a foot fetish.
Especially
Don't take that
my-
the wrong way.
my
Don't
big
take that
toe.
the wrong way. We love them. We
Got one
love
big
them.
toe.
But
yeah, so yeah, nice, cute, long sleeve crop,
Mm.
cropped coat, some nice tight, like some sort of like
Leggings.
gym leggings that, do you know what I mean? Make
because
your bum
they
look good.
make your
Yes.
bum look. Even if you have
and a
no
white
ass,
trainer, girls.
If
White
you have,
trainers.
you know, even if you don't have any ass, like legit leggings that are, and you can get the ones that, as you say, contour your bum.
Scrunch bum, so ect. Oh, which one are
It's
they?
like
They're so
it wasn't
good.
there, and that it's magic, and
And
it suddenly
now-
comes there again, and you're like bubble butt. Hello, Cardi
Oh,
B.
but who?
She is thick, with
So-
2 C's and a capital, and then also in terms of
thick.
makeup.
Oh, I was gonna go in for what I want a guy to wear, but I'll do my makeup first. So always, I don't really wear much foundation, so I like to just kind of wear like a glossier skin tint. And then if you want to thicken it up a bit, this is like the MUA coming out of me. I used to be a makeup artist, guys. Fun fact: changing careers left, right,
Career
centre.
shifts.
Now I'm always going to be a little lash
Shifts.
tech, but I would obviously like to be a recognised podcaster.
So recommend this to your friends, guys.
So yeah, a nice skin tint, and if you want to build it, mix it with your concealer, and then I usually put like a liquid bronzer, liquid blusher. I don't wear highlight anymore actually, just because I feel like the glossier is quite dewy. Couple of freckles, put my beauty marks in, eyebrow mascara, nice lick of mascara as well. But if you've got lashes, then well, no one really has lashes at the moment because of COVID.
Yeah.
But and then if I'm gonna do a lash, I always do an outer corner, so I cut
Yeah,
my lash in
fox eye.
half, and I've got like a fox eye sew. I don't know if you can see that.
We love it. We love the fox eye.
We love it.
Just
So
a cute
yeah, I feel like
information.
this kind of makeup, apart from the red lip, excuse the red lip today, guys. This makeup, bar the bold lip, would be really cute for a date.
Yeah, we want to keep
What do
it
you think?
simple. It's got to be like, no, I always look like this when I go out for walks.
What?
But that's absolutely bullshit because I look like a mole
Me?
rat every time I go out for a walk without.
Is this me?
Is this me?
Oh my god. Hi babe, do you want a coffee?
You're going to Pratt, go get my oat milk latte.
Do you want to
But
go
yeah.
to... No, grind.
What would
I'll get
you... I'll get these.
I'll
babes.
get these, babes. Don't you worry. You've come all this way to come see me. I'll get the coffees, yeah?
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so what would you like a guy to wear?
Fucking tracksuit. Sorry.
There is nothing sexier than a man in
Or-
a tracksuit.
Those, you know those tops, how do you describe them? So they're like long sleeve tight and they've got like half a zip. Males. If you...
Males.
I have no
guarantee
control
you.
over my gaze.
I won't be able to. I know we'll be in public, but I will
Doesn't
not
even
be
have
able
to
to
be
control
grey,
myself.
black, and all in one like black with the zip up top thing. And if they
Baby.
pair that with a cat,
Screaming, I am yours forever, sir. It's impossible for me not to want to marry you.
I've got
and
an
have your
ulcer right
kids.
now and I'm in a lot of pain, but I just made that thing about.
Oh no, but honestly, it's so hot. But yeah, again, there's nothing hotter than a man in a tracksuit, unless like I do
And
love a
that's
good
the
suit, but obviously not for a
beauty.
walking date. Imagine.
That's the beauty of a walking date, girls. You can see them in the tracksuit.
Oh, I want to see how you.
I mean, I guess if they come over for like Netflix and chill, but like, who wants to do that for a first date? I mean, some people do
some
actually.
people
What
do,
am I fucking saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't
But-
think it's the worst first date.
When a guy turns up.
I'm like, sir, you can't
So
do.
men-
That's a dangerous game you're playing.
You're playing a
very
dangerous game
dangerous
now.
game.
And then if we go and get food and you're driving and you do that in your fucking tracksuit,
Screaming.
we need to stop the
honestly.
podcast here because I'm having a.
Because I'm getting hot right here.
It's getting hot in here,
so take off.
No, keep your tracksuit
Keep 'em
on.
Keep them
Keep-
on, baby.
Oh.
I'm more attracted to you in that sense. Send an unsolicited tracksuit.
Oh my
pic.
god, send an unsolicited tracksuit pic. I won't say no to that. That'll be going around the girls group chat.
And we'll be like, look at my man.
So yeah, on a regular date. So obviously when things open and stuff again.
It depends
said
what
about
place
beer
you're going
garden.
to though. Yeah, so if it's a beer garden, if it's outside, it's relatively relaxed. Especially if it's not summer. Like in summer, I feel like dresses and skirts, like yes, because it's not like fucking
I feel
freezing.
like a cute two-piece would look really nice.
Oh,
so like
100%.
a nice like wrap skirt. Have you seen them with like a matching tops, like a cord with like a denim jacket like over your shoulders, or like your leather jacket over your shoulders?
That's like summer night vibes. Like imagine like winding
because
your hands.
I feel like most places will have heaters.
Oh, 100%.
So I feel like it's right to bring a jacket, but if you want to wear like a cute little two-piece, if you're kind of not feeling like you feel the cold like me, what I'd recommend is a high neck bodysuit with an open back long sleeve with jeans or leather trousers.
Oh yes.
Nice maybe a split hem leather trouser, like I said, long sleeve bodysuit. A nice maybe chunky like gold necklace, or maybe if it's high neck. Yeah, no, if it's like a light colour, if it's not like a statement piece, if it's like a nude, white, black, camel stone kind of thing, chunky gold like necklace, maybe like I would put my hair up on chunks.
And then for guys, because you know, unfortunately, if you're popping off to the Alchemist, I remember do you remember? I went on a date with this guy, and I remember I was like, oh yeah, no, Alchemist is great, like it's my local whatever. And we showed up, and because he was wearing like a tracksuit, they like turned us away.
No, see, I did the same thing. I went on a date with a guy, and he turned up because he literally was like, this is when places were closing. It was at 9 or is it 10? And it was 9 o'clock. He was like, be at yours in 15 minutes. And I was like, what? I'd just been for a run. Never got ready so fast in my life. Literally he drove us to the Alchemist, which he had maybe like 30 minutes. We had a 30-minute date, but we just waltzed in.
Dating. Really? Because honestly, but wait, what were you wearing?
Not white notes, you know.
Yeah, it is, because
I was in like corset top. I was actually quite dressed up.
Okay, that's
No, he was in like trainers and a tracksuit. He was like, you just grow up nice.
Really?
I was really nice.
Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. For guys, I would say.
I don't know. The middle ground for me is a weird one, and I can't recommend anything that I fancy a guy in that's middle ground. I'm sorry.
I also feel like sometimes with a guy, you can either go like really baggy trousers or like really like.
I don't want to see
No. I'm saying this is what I hate. Relax.
Oh, sorry. I was like, get them out.
No, relax. Like, you know, I hate the baggy trousers
with the pockets.
Not here for it. I'm really sorry. I know a lot of people dig it, and it's a very alternate look, but I don't dig it. That or like really skinny jeans.
Well, you know, with the ones with the patterns in.
Oh my god,
or like the
awful.
rips.
I hate the one. There are these black ones.
Different
that, like,
colours.
Rips, like, oh my, disgusting.
I don't want to see your knees.
I don't want to see your knees.
Men, I don't want to see your knees.
Like, I don't find them sexy.
No.
I don't find knees sexy in general. They're so weird.
Unless you've fallen over on the way over here, there's no excuse for you to have holes in your jeans. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Done.
I'm sorry. No, you're not Britney. Like, no.
Yeah, but like a nice like skinny jean that's not too skinny, but
I
again
feel
not
like
too baggy.
I can see, like, I'm like, you might as well not be wearing them jeans because I can see everything.
Yeah, not too light in colour. I don't want a black.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
like
mind
jeans,
like a dark
white jeans
jean.
on men. No.
I quite like just like, maybe like a plain white t-shirt, to be honest. Plain white t-shirt from like maybe All Saints or something.
Or like Cos. Cos have really good no, honestly,
Really?
Cos, because Seb's got some really nice jackets from there. Not like the alternate shit, but places like Zara, All Saints.
Just like a nice.
Because Zara's not expensive, do you know what I mean? Or like a nice branded kind of thing is always cute, and it shows you can afford it.
So maybe I feel like for me, I need to see a guy in a very casual setting initially to know if I fancy him, because then obviously he'll wear the trackies, and I'll be like, I do fancy you. Now I can see you in normal clothes.
I don't fancy you, I actually fancy the trackies.
Maybe we need to look up a bit more like males fashion to think what we like, because I think we shouldn't recommend.
Men, tell us, what is your go-to outfit for, one, a walking date? Hopefully it's trackies, because if you're not, what is wrong with you? But two, what is your kind of go-to outfit for when you're just going for drinks?
Yeah.
Why does he
We
have
need to
to
know.
sing? Sorry,
No,
our
Seb's
brother is
just
singing, and it's like,
I think I've split my bodysuit.
this is
at the back.
legit what
What's
happened.
going
This
on?
is quarantine, like, with our
The life of
family.
quarantine, you can probably
It's
hear
either
me
the
singing.
dog's barking or our brother singing. Like, why?
So when things are like dressy, I'm gonna say Meshki have some amazing stuff, and that's what there's these leggings. I'm not gonna tell them what they are because if they come back in stock and someone else gets them before me, we're not speaking. They've got some gorgeous leggings in that I'm like dying for. The dress is really cute. They've got loads of in a sale at the moment. PLT obviously always hits. Like that's my good because I've got like royalty. I'm just like, oh, just find something on PLT like that. I got a really cute dress the other day that obviously I wore that chocolate kind of coloured one with the stitching detail and like open back.
So hot.
That's so lovely. It was like £9. But yeah, I think the thing I want to stress, girls, is accessories.
Yeah, 100%.
like accessorize, bling it up.
Because it can change.
Cute bag, nice jacket. Like you can transform an outfit. Nice tie-up heel.
And you can wear because a lot of us don't really want to be. And I think it's so bad, but Instagram culture's made us like want to find an outfit all the time, like a new, and it's okay. It's okay to wear the same thing, but you know it can completely be transformed if maybe you wore a different jacket with it, or you styled it.
Or just do your hair and makeup nice. Like if you wore like a plain fucking bodycon dress
instead of heels with like a bodycon, like you can still do that. Make it casual.
There we go.
Like, do you know what I mean? Anyway, sorry boys, that we've blabbed on about this bit,
here.
but. I don't know why we suddenly think that we work for Vogue and that we're stylists right now.
Just decide what cocktail you're gonna have tonight for the night, and then like match your dress to it.
Oh my god, matching dress! I actually cannot wait.
So if you've got like a vodka soda, just wear nothing because it's see-through.
Just wear honestly clean film, like wrap it round you, and there we go. Bodycon dress made at home. Well done, ladies. Thank you very much.
So we have received the most incredible email from one of our subs. She is hilarious. We love her. So I want to shout her out. You know who you are, but obviously I don't, because of the purpose of why we're talking about her, is she sent a very funny email in regarding unsolicited dick pics.
And if you have a funny email or a story or a dilemma that you'd like to share us,
our email is SisTeaPodcast@gmail.com, or just DM us. But we received the most incredible email. So thank you for the email and your lovely compliments and your thoughts on the podcast. It was obviously melted our hearts. It
made my morning.
Made her, she came in this morning like looking like death's door, and I was like, Telly, come in now.
Babe.
Come in now. Come in now. And look at what this girl's emailed us. So yeah, we so basically to sum it up, she received an unsolicited dick pic from a co-worker who was constantly prior to this was
essentially saying that he had a 10-incher.
And
you know what?
Bragging about it. No one asked.
No one asked. Like, it's like with like you didn't need to tell us.
Like, do you know what I mean?
10-incher. Imagine going through the office like, babe, like I'm literally just trying to write like a report or something.
Are you in IT? Like,
do you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally just trying to like do this Excel spread.
I'm trying to copyright
me about your fucking like humongous penis.
Like, eyes roll to the back
relax,
of my head.
stop. Like, I'm not interested in you anyways. So yeah, he sent an unsolicited pic to this girl. Just sent it. Like, there was nothing, and
you
it was a close
why did my number?
Yeah, first of all, obviously, I was probably like,
but
this is only for work purposes. Why are you like using my?
Why are you communicating?
Anyway, yeah. So he
sent it, and it was against a ruler. Darling, it was 5.5 inches.
Again, who
doesn't matter anyway. But who asked for this?
And also, who told you to put it against a ruler? I feel like he absolutely shot like.
Oh my god, imagine if his name's Jeffrey, we're fucked.
Jeffrey! Oh my god. But anyway, what I'm thinking is, why would you put it against a ruler if you're only 5? Like I feel like it just makes it look even smaller. Who puts it against a ruler anyway? Like, I didn't ask you to measure it. Like, anyway, like, guys, why would you put it on a ruler? Did I ask for your measurements? No. And it just makes it look smaller. I don't know from a photo. You could have zoomed it in and I would have been like, yeah, maybe it's 10 inches, but shame I'll never see it because I'm not going to sit with you in, like, the office. Like, the fact that you're bragging about how huge your penis is anyways, like, and she was like, she's
been cat-dicked.
She's been cat-dicked.
She's created our new word. So instead of catfish, cat-dicked. But anyway, turns out it wasn't just sent to, so he then sent 15 minutes later, being like, please don't show anyone, blah, 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 like, after she hadn't responded. Turns out he had sent it to someone else and also sent 15 minutes later, so this is another co-worker,
with an apology.
and asking
not to post it further.
What was going through your head when you sent it? Obviously, you freaked out afterwards because you knew it wasn't the right thing to do. But to cut a long story, well, basically, her and this girl and maybe a few of the colleagues that knew about it, women
This is
in
the
the
kind of energy
workplace,
that we love.
were going around like measuring like inanimate objects around the office, being like, "It's smaller than we thought. Can't believe it's only this." And he just went into
It
himself.
doesn't even
He
measure
was
to
as
6
red.
inches.
It doesn't even measure to 6 inches. He was as red as my lipstick, let me say that. Anyway, he left a couple weeks later.
And they actually told the boss about
Yeah.
it, and she fully like
supported
understands.
and understood.
And
She's like, it makes sense why he's left now.
Like him, and he can take himself and his small penis elsewhere because we don't want him at our company.
I'm gonna
whatever size, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna
know
make
what?
any comment on it. All I'm
I
gonna
just
say is
think-
it's unsolicited. We didn't ask for that.
But also, I just think if you're gonna overcompensate about things like that, like no one actually asked you. No one said, "Oh,
Prove
if you,
it.
like, do you have a 10-inch dick?"
Prove
like,
it.
No.
No
Do
one-
I say I have massive tits? No, because I don't. Like, I'm not like. Do you know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, but I don't say things like that because I know, and I'm not ashamed to my body. Like, you do you. If it's 5.5 inches, who cares? Like, but don't go screaming around the office. Things like that because no one cares. No one wants to know.
No.
Like, hun, again, as I'm saying, I was trying to fill out an Excel sheet. I don't need your penis on my phone. Like,
No.
I'm okay. That mental image,
No.
didn't need it.
But the funny thing is as well is that one of her friends, I need to find out who this is because I need a piece of this furniture. But she's actually making furniture, and the design of it is unsolicited
On
dick pics that
Photoshop.
have been sent to her, and she's like photoshopped them with hats with little quotes and things like that. And it's like all this furniture is going to be
Makes
covered
them a lot
in
like. Look,
unsolicited dick.
you can send me them because that's funny.
No, I just want to buy the furniture. I don't want to like be sent a dick pic to edit.
No.
just want-
That's not what we mean. But
No.
yeah, anyway, so thank you so much for that
Thank you
email.
so much for that story. That is just top tier. Top tier.
Quality.
Top quality.
So, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, don't send unsolicited dick pics. Obviously, you can't do that if you're a lady. And also, don't overcompensate for things because it's just going to work out worse than you wanted. But that's the kind of end of our episode today.
It's been, I think it's been short and sweet. I don't know, but hopefully, obviously,
No idea,
it's
we're
been
just
an
rambling
enjoyable
on.
one. Like I said, we've just kind of had a bit of a ramble today. Spoken about body outfits, spoken about unsolicited dick pics, spoken about big egos and dropping their things. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
we hope
exactly.
you've enjoyed it anyway.
Please recommend
Yeah.
us to a friend because it helps the podcast grow. Please share us, like, rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Can you leave a review? A kind one. If it's a negative one, I really don't want to read it.
If
like,
it's negative,
I'm
just
okay.
DM us and say
If you-
why you don't like us.
just, and I will probably air that message right there. But anything less than 5 stars, don't bother rating. But
Just a thumbs up.
it helps other people find the podcast, and I hate being that person that's like,
Yeah.
subscribe. But like, it does help. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for listening. Can't wait to see you again next week. So thanks. Bye.
Girl, you look mighty fine. Would you rub your